Okay, I'll try to do this quickly because there's copyright music. But look at this freaking view. And the breakfast is amazing. We're gonna get this day started first with a cable car ride to Tabletop Mountain. It doesn't seem too windy, but it can be closed for wind. So you're supposed to go pretty early. So I'm up at 7 a.m. Then after that, we're gonna try to go surfing. I don't see any surfers on that water. So we'll see if that's gonna be the case. And finally, after that, we're gonna go see penguins and then the lighthouse. And then if we survive all of that, I will go into the city of Cape Town. That's the day. Let's go. Okay, sorry. I didn't show this yesterday. This is what it looks like. Open this guy. That's the beach and a little pool area.
You can feel there's a lot of wind in the cable car, so just hold on to your hats, your caps, your glasses, your lashes. Thank you.
My hotel is right there. That's my hotel. Welcome to Tabletop Mountain. It's beautiful out here. I'm gonna walk down here. Wow. Yeah, so this is one of the mountains that is like right on the Cape. There's another one that's on the other side. I forget what that one is called. This is exactly why they call it Tabletop Mountain, because it looks like a tabletop.
Let go of all the silver handbars. The floor that you're standing on will now be opening. Oh, no. I mean, rotating. In 3, 2, 1.
Rotation. I'm on the way to see the penguins. Yes. Tabletop complete. Penguins next. Then, honestly, lighthouse. That's what we'll see next. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope I get to see a penguin holding an ice cream cone. That would be pretty awesome. So if you want to see the penguins, go to Boulders Beach. So it seems that they have a rehabilitation center here for the penguins, mainly because they're endangered. So definitely seems like something that is good, that they're at least, trying to maintain the population. So also they look so derpy when they're running into the water. This is the tip of Africa, and right behind me is the Indian Ocean. The other side, I'll show you. It's the Atlantic, but I'm gonna have to go through this little trek here. So you'll see, going down this pathway here. And then the lighthouse is right above me, right there. And I have some footage, some scenic footage that you can see, but we're traversing this to get to this old shack down here. And this is the Atlantic Ocean. You can tell because that's the lighthouse. The Atlantic Ocean faces the side of the lighthouse over here. Indian Ocean, Atlantic Ocean. Wow, That was special. I've only had like maybe 3 of those moments in my life. One was Iceland, specifically this one point next to a glacier. And then the other point was Hakialeka in Hawaii. Just made it up there, man. Beautiful. Beautiful. Couldn't have said that this is a better spot. Y'all gotta come to Cape Town. Johannesburg, maybe not. Cape Town, you have to come here.
Guys would surf.
Yeah, I would surf these.
Really?
Yeah,
You would?
yeah.
Wow, that's really nice. I hate.
Okay, so something really crazy happened. Oh, this is gonna be cold. Oh my god, this is ice cold. I'm just dipping my feet in. Oh, that's so cold. I'm definitely not getting in. Is there a hot tub? Maybe I check if there's a hot tub. Anyways, the craziest thing happened. Oh my, icy freaking cold. So I went to Cape Point, which is where the lighthouse was, and basically I took the Uber there, and he was like all cool about it. It was 300 rand, which is like 150 is like $7 or $8, and so that means that 300 was like, it was like $16 to get there, which is like pretty decent. That's like a long ride. It was an hour drive. So we got all the way out there, and then he drops me and he's like, hey, I can wait for you, and I can drive you back to basically the same location. It's gonna be 1,300 rand, which is like $120. I was like, yo, that is hella expensive. That's like 6 times what it took me to get out here. I was like, even if you wait and you like, I pay you for another ride based on the wait, which will take an hour, and it did. It only took an hour. Like, that would be max 600 rand. So I'm stuck out here. I said no, hell no. I'm like, I'm not even gonna negotiate. That's ridiculous. That's highway robbery. So what ends up happening is that I leave him. I'm like, nah, I'm not doing that. And he ends up saying, well, you're not gonna be able to get a ride back. And I'm like, I know, but I'm not paying you that freaking shit ton. I'm not paying that much. And so, ooh, nipple shot. And so I end up not paying him that much, and I'm stuck there, and I'm like, shit. But there's like a ton of people, so it's not like anything I can't figure out. But I mean, it's not ideal. For sure not ideal. So I end up not going to like ask for an Uber, because there's no Ubers that can actually even work or function there. Well, I'm trying to see if there's a hot tub. Doesn't seem like there is, but look at this view. I mean, there is a hot tub, but I don't think it's like the best hot tub. But basically, okay, yeah, you can see. Basically, there's what ends up happening is that I talk to a bunch of people, because there's a bunch of tours and stuff. There's like, it's not the only people there, and I end up negotiating with the tour guide, figuring out that I can get a ride with this tour group, at least to an area where Ubers are allowed in. The reason is because there's a gate fee to get into the national park, and no Uber wants to pay that, which makes sense. Like, I wouldn't want to pay a gate fee just to not have an Uber ride. That's going to pay my bills, and I would get like half of the price of the Uber ride. So rightly so, there's no one there. And so what ends up happening is this guy, tour guide, his name is, I later find out his name is Clive. He's a freaking real one, dude. He actually saved the day, which was unexpected. I was like, this man, how does he? Also, these are my abs now. They're kind of there. Kind of, sort of. So he saves the day, and he takes me, and I go with a random group of a bunch of freaking UK and Scottish people. So I fit right in. Don't get me wrong, I fit right in. Let me get this open. I fit immaculately in, and they were a vibe. There was a newlywed couple, Sophie and George. Man, they were like after I like drove with them to the part. They went to a part where the penguins were. So I had already been there, but they were like, "You need to grab a beer," and I ended up grabbing a beer, and then I ate with them. And guess what? I ate freaking zebra and ostrich and impala. What the hell? Like, I was really not expecting that. So, long story short, don't let the Ubers gouge you in South Africa. But what you should do is you should meet some random ass foreigners and share a drink with them. That was my lesson today, was like, trust your instincts. If it doesn't seem right, don't do that shit. And then I talked to the tour guide and to a couple other people that are from around here, and they were like, yeah, those are the type of people you need to avoid. And they're like, you need to leave a bad review. And I was like, I've never left a bad review on an Uber. So that's a first time. So make the lesson heard here. You know, if you have a bad Uber ride in South Africa and they're trying to gouge you, don't take that shit. Figure out a way. You might need, I cannot speak right now. You might meet some nice people. So onwards and upwards. The plan tonight is I'm going to take a shower, because I was expecting so much more from that. So I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm planning on going out. I haven't decided if I'm going to go out in Cape Town, like the actual city of Cape Town, or if I'm going to go out here in Camps Bay Beach. I think both would be a vibe, but I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's go over the game plan tonight. Game plan tonight is to go out, but to do so safely, because this is not a place that I'm familiar with, and it's not the US, so I have to be stringent. No drinks from other people. I'm only Ubering to and from places, except for one where they're literally across the street. I'll just walk from one to the other. I already have a preset plan. Stick to the plan. Plan is going to Talking to Strangers bar. Then next is to go to it's either Fable or Anthem, but it's right next door. I think it's Anthem. And then go to Fable and then home. That's the game plan. It's 7:30, so I'm only going to do 3 drinks, and that's it. And I'm going to Uber. If I feel too tipsy, I'm Ubering immediately. Again, no drinks from other people. Ubering from each location and not walking around. Even though I really want to walk around, I know it's not good, so I won't. Plus, tomorrow, I'm debating if I'm going to run or if I'm going to surf in the morning. I think it makes more sense to surf in the morning, because I'll surf because it's further, and then I'll run in Camps Bay Beach when I'm going to check out and eat breakfast here, because I don't think I'm going to eat breakfast before surfing. I think I'm just going to go straight to surfing and then come back and eat breakfast here. And then I'm going to run if I can, if I'm feeling it. Maybe not immediately after breakfast. So maybe I'll do some stuff in Cape Town, and then I can't run because I need to shower. Anyways, I'll figure it out, but I'm going to either run or surf tomorrow. So it's also, I just took a shower, so it's like my hair's it's not doing anything. I'll just keep it up out of the way. But that's the game plan. We going out. I did not stick to the plan. I had 2 beers at the first place, and I went to an arcade bar afterwards based on the bartender's recommendation. I hung out with people, and then I Ubered back home, but I definitely did have too much to drink, unfortunately.